Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I really hope you've subscribed because this week we're going to be dealing on emotional abuse, and I'm not going to be sticking to uploading just one video Mondays, one video on Thursdays. I'm actually going to be talking all about emotional abuse until we're done. So please make sure you've turned on your notification because it's going to happen sometimes where I'm going to be uploading maybe practically every day or 2-3 videos per day depending on what I'm talking about. And I really wanted to see that because you have the power to share this video or any other video to people that you think it could help. And this video is about putting in systems for success. It's about enriching lives. So I really hope that even if it's not something that relates to you, it's something you always know someone that this video could help, guys, or any of my videos could help. So please make sure you're very active in sharing my video. Sharing is caring, guys. So let's get started. We're still on emotional abuse, but this time around, we're talking about how to stop emotional abuse. Now, these ways to stop emotional abuse could be applied to even in church. How to stop emotional abuse, because I think that does happen in church. Because I've discovered that now in churches, it tends to be more judging. Instead of you praying for other people, you tend to want to judge other people. So these are the various ways where you could just stop emotional abuse, because sometimes, you remember, emotional abuse is something that happens consistently over a long period of time, and as you don't see an end of it ever stopping, and you don't even need to see an end of it ever stop. But when people treat you in a way that disregard yourself, you should always be very very quick to stop that. And yeah, I'll be giving you steps and to make sure that you just stop any act of emotional abuse, no matter how little, no matter how innocent it seems. So let's get started. I think the number one way to regain control in an emotionally abusive relationship is for you to take back your power. Not take back your power from themselves, but harvest your power from within. You need to be very very conscious. I need to make the other person conscious that you can't treat me this way. So that is the number one step. You need to know you're right. I said it in one of my earliest videos on this topic. You need to know, okay, you can't treat me this way. So you need to get the power from within you. That power that you think you lost, that power that you feel you don't have, you need to harvest that power. Harvest that power and actually speak up. You speak up when, especially, see, the best way to deal with emotional abuse is at a very early stage, when you discover that, okay, this is not just started. It's very easy for you to do this. So please, these steps I'll be giving you are the various ways you go stop emotional abuse at when it just started, contrast to when it's been there for a longer period. I'm going to still treat that. Number one is you need to regain control of the situation by acting confident. You speak in a confident way. You look your abuser in the eyes. Make sure that when you're looking at them in the eyes, you're not spacing out. You're not losing focus, because when you're actually talking about things you're very sure at, you don't lose focus. Your eyes are clear. You're very direct. My uncle taught me how to look at people's eyes and talk to them, even when it makes them feel uncomfortable. And that's the thing, when you look at someone's eyes long enough, it tends to make them, it shakes up a confident person. So you need to learn to do that. You need to learn to communicate and look them very squarely in their eyes. Number two is you need to speak in a very clear, calm and rational voice. You don't need to be hysterical, because they could just sum it up to, oh, you don't know what you're saying, you don't know who you're talking to, because you're just shouting and your message is not very clear. You need to make sure that what you're telling them to do, I think I had this situation. This guy, then we talked to him, I thought, God forbid, I didn't block his number. I don't pick his calls, and then I think long enough. That's the thing with emotional abusive people. When they discover that you're not someone they can emotionally abuse, they tend to leave you alone forever, and it's so going to be forever with this guy. And then he would just call, and anytime I told him of an idea I had, he would just try to belittle it. I was giving an example of lunch before. It was the one I was talking about. He would bring up scenarios and tell me what I think about them, and then when I tell him my response, he's going to belittle them. And then it got to a time where I discovered that I was losing my voice again. And if you know anything about me, you know that I'm not for me losing my voice ever again in any aspect. And so I started standing up to him. I started speaking out, and I make sure that I was very very clear and concise in what I was saying. I'm sorry, I don't like it when you talk to me that way. I actually know what I'm talking about. I'm even more logical than yourself, so look at it. It's very easy to stop emotional abuse at the beginning when people make you feel less than you are. Not let yourself lose your voice and be like, oh, don't worry, I'll talk about it tomorrow. No, when you lose your voice, is more difficult for you to start talking back at the person. But if it's something that you make sure you curtail at the beginning, or you put the handbrakes on at the beginning, then it's a situation that you're able to better manage and actually come out at the end with it favoring you. Next, you need to act out of rationality. What responses will make the situation better? If in for example, with that guy now, if the relationship has gone further, an emotionally abusive person, number one, before I make this point, they feel they have the power. Even if they don't have the power, they feel they have the power. Now, because they feel that way, when you talk to them directly, you could actually relatively escalate that situation to them physically abusing you. So what you should do is that you should act out of rationality. Remember, I said number two, be logical when you're speaking. Number three, you have to be very, very rational. You have to discover what stage are you in the relation with this person. If I respond, does this person know how to control the anger? Do they know how to manage the anger? If I respond, is it going to escalate the situation? Then you know what to do about it. There are times when you don't need to say anything, but you need to like clear out of the road. Like when you're driving and you see someone has lost their brake, you're not trying to be like, oh, drive carefully. You leave the damn road. Like, you clear out the road for the person. Now, an emotional abusive person has no brakes on their car. You need to know, okay, do this person actually has brakes on their anger, or are they like without brakes? Then you know what to do. So make sure that you act out of rationality. Make sure that the words you're using are not words that will actually spike the person's anger. That words that will calm the situation and cause the person to treat you better. So make sure that you're acting out of rationality. Make sure that you're less emotional and you're very, very rational when you're dealing with an emotionally abusive person. Number four is you need to practice being more assertive in other situations. So when you're speaking to this person, you're looking at the person in their eyes, is able to even come across as you being assertive and not something you're actually trying to pick up or trying to learn with them. So make sure you practice on the situation. You could practice at work. You practice in you can actually take up responsibilities and then practice being assertive. Then you could practice being assertive, even telling your children what to do, when to do, and how to do it, so that when it comes to you standing up to their dad, or when it comes to you standing up to an uncle, a relative, standing up to a boss at the workplace, standing up with an acquaintance, you'll be able to be very, very assertive. Now, these four steps I think you should practice when you are in a relationship that just started, that is still in that medium phase where you could leave without really causing the person to become obsessed, or without escalating the situation more than you can handle. Now, these are the steps I think you should do to stop severe emotional abuse. I love the way Elder plays captain. Severe emotional abuse, when you've been in a relationship with someone for a while, where the person now thinks they are God over you. Now, with movies, when you watch movies, for that it's very hard for gods to let people go scot-free. They're always like, no, I own you. Now, with the mentality that they own you, it's very, very difficult for you to work out of that relationship. So I think with these steps, you should be able to work out of that relationship, and it's been really, really good to you. Number one, you need to remember that you're not alone. You need to remember that this is not your fault. Like, so many people go through emotional abuse day by day, you'll not imagine. Like, so you need to realize that, okay, this is not just me, so it is not my fault. So many people, like, I'm really, really sure that hundreds of thousands of people go through emotional abuse. So you need to be very, very aware of that. When you're conscious of that fact, it gives you like a weird sense of belonging and a weird sense of power somehow to stand up to that person. You understand? It gives you this weird sense of belonging, that, oh, I am not alone. And because you're not alone, you tend to know it is not my fault. And because you know it is not your fault, it tends to give you a power to not stand up to that person. Number two is that you need to have a contact. If you're abroad, you have 911. If you're in Nigeria, I'm not really sure of the toll line, but you need to have lines that you can call. If you need to have emergency contacts, in short. Have emergency contacts, people that are there, that when things are escalating, you could easily get across. You need to make sure that because you need to have safety precautions and step in place for something to protect your daughter, to protect yourself, to protect a relative, to protect somebody. You need to have that safety, and even you yourself, you need to take that safety precaution against this abuse. And number three, you need to report the situation. You need to report the situation either to a police station, to police, to whatever situation, whatever policies that the government or has kept in place, or organization. Now there are so many NGOs that they look after abusive people, so you need to go online, search them, get them, so that when things happen, you know where to run to, you know a secure location to go to. You also need to talk to your doctor or other professionals for help. You need to, when you enter a severe relationship that this person think they are good over you, I will really not advise you to stand up for yourself, because it can really escalate. There are situations where people have stood up for themselves and escalated to them dying, and even though the abuser was arrested and in prison, I mean, a life was still lost that should not have been lost. So I really advise you that do not, make sure that you protect yourself. You understand? There are actually safety laws in place that that empower people to protect themselves against evil. So make sure that you know what the safety laws are. Make sure that you're practicing it, to make sure that you keep yourself safe, because if really you need to protect a life. Where this world have lost so many good people, first lose other people. Is your life. You can do so many great things from your life, trust me. You look at people like Jeremiah, you look like people like Oprah. They've gone through so many emotional abuse, but these are people that they rose up stronger, they rose up higher, they rose up better, and they're using what they've gone through to actually enrich life. They're using what they've gone through to actually impact lives and make people feel better, and make people have better control of a situation that they even think they could have. So this could be your same testimony. So you need to make sure that, okay, the millions of people, the thousands of people that are going through emotional abuse, actually use my experiences to enrich them. How do I use my experiences if I don't get out of my own? Do you understand? So you need to get to that place where, like, I need to, but you need to seek help. The easiest, easily put way to stop emotional abuse is to get help. Get help. Speak to a therapist, to a professional, to a doctor, to contact NGOs, welfare agencies, social agencies. Contact people that you know that, okay, they are in power and they're in positions, they're in authority, that can help you feel better, and make sure that you do that without the abuser knowing what you're doing. Do you understand? And I really hope that God will help you. I really pray for you that you'll come out of this stronger, better, healthier, with all of you intact, in Jesus' name. Thank you so much for taking time out to watch this video. Please, if you have any comment, tell me in the comment section below. If you know of someone that is going through emotional abuse, or you want advice, comment section in the comment section below. I'm not a therapist, I'm not licensed, but as much as possible I'll try to find out if what they are going through is actually emotional abuse. You should also comment in the comment section if you have ideas on how to stop emotional abuse, so I do a follow-up video about that too. Thanks so much. Actually, I have a second channel, guys, that talks about you living life as yourself, and it's going to actually help you come out so that your scars become stars. So make sure you check out the other channel and you subscribe. And trust me, both channels, and even my social media platform, they're all about enriching lives, impacting lives, and making sure that you're better, you're blessed, and you remain blessed. So subscribe to us, follow us on our social media platform. I love you, and I pray you have a prosperous week. Take care, guys. Remember, be kind in your journey, but don't in no way lose yourself in that journey. Bye, guys.